You think you have what it takes to succeed. You think you have what it takes to achieve your goals. But deep inside, you know that you actually don't and that you're being delusional. You know that you have to learn a lot of things. You know you have to attain a lot of skills which you currently don't possess, but you still keep telling yourself that you're not where you are. It's because YouTube's changing their algorithm. It's because drop shipping is the. It's because my parents are not. Look at yourself. Be real with you. If you have completed your goal already, think about it. Right now, at this moment, you're sitting there and your goal is already achieved. And look at the person you are. Look at your habits. Look at your values. Would you say that you deserve that success in terms of the goals you yourself put on yourself? Would you say that you deserved it? I know this is the cliche self improvement thing, but this is the truth. Think about it. I myself, I've been doing YouTube. I've had multiple channels since 2017. Yeah, I've done three, four, maybe even five channels of different kind of content. And I've always told myself that it's YouTube's algorithm doing this, YouTube's that, YouTube this. But then every time I start a new channel, I realize the mistakes of the previous one and I'm able to improve on that and have a more intuitive understanding of how YouTube works. I could be sitting there and be like, I've done this for 7, 8 years. It's just not for me. I'm unlucky, or it's just because of the color of my skin. I could say any of that. But deep inside, I knew maybe what I'm doing right now is not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do something bigger. Right now that I'm doing this channel, I think this is what is gonna work out. But felt the same when I was doing a Minecraft channel. See, that's the whole point. You're lying to yourself when you're telling yourself that your success is not coming because of others, because of other factors, because of external factors. But if you look inside, if you find ways to achieve the skills that you want to achieve the skills that you need to bring yourself the success, to achieve the goals that is put on yourself by yourself. So, how do you acquire the skills that you need? How do you have what it takes? Well, it's going to take a bit of effort. When you're starting out on, let's say it's a business venture, let's say maybe you want to study for an exam, maybe you want to run a marathon. So, how do you know? It's much easier than you think it is. Just look at the people who have succeeded in that. For example, here we have a YouTube channel. What I should do is look at the people who already make the kind of videos that I want to make, have the same feel as mine, and what are the things that they do, how they see things. Okay, you look at them, you see how they approach this thing. You look at that for multiple people who have succeeded in your niche. Then you're gonna look for patterns in these people. Okay, let's say you looked at three, four people. Next, you're gonna look at the things that are common. Whoever is more relatable to you, you take those people and you take the things that are relatable. Yeah, you put it there. Next, you look at their methods, their approach regarding the thing that you're doing. This is like specific according to the thing you're doing. If it's YouTube, it will be like maybe how they edit their videos, maybe how often they upload their videos, how they put their titles, how they engage with their community. These are the things that would be the approach. It's specific to whichever one you're doing, right? Now you take all of that and you start trying to implement those in whatever you want to do. But be careful about one thing. Whichever person you're studying, don't make that person perfect. Okay? You don't want to be him. You want to do something that he does. That's all. If you try to be him, you lose authenticity. You will become a reflection or just a bad reflection of him. You'll be struggling to balance yourself and that person because you're trying to be him. You're not trying to do the things that he's doing, but you're trying to be him, which is gonna give you mental trouble. So beware of that. Study them and take whatever you can from that. Another thing that I want you to have is the humility to accept that you could be wrong. When you know that you're wrong and you don't accept it, and you don't try to fix your mistakes, that's when you don't grow. If you're overconfident that you have what it takes and you reject everything that anyone else is giving, regardless of if they're trying to help you or not, if you don't have the open mind, then you are restricting your growth. How receptive, how open you are to changes is really important. And finding the balance is really, really crucial. Imagine this as a spectrum, okay? Here you have, you are not at all susceptible to change. You won't accept any suggestions that comes your way. You believe that you have what it takes. You are confident. I wouldn't say confident. So at a point where you're arrogant and you know that you will succeed. And here you believe you need change to succeed, right? So what you do is you accept every suggestion that's coming your way, every kind of change that you hear about, that you see, that you feel, you make that change. What happens? This person struggles to grow because he's not able to adapt. Adapting is important for survival. Yeah? Then we come to this end. What happens to this guy? He's just keeping on changing. He's one day he's doing a YouTube channel, next day he's starting drop shipping because some YouTuber said so. The next day he's starting to make courses to sell. And his ideas keep changing. The way he sees things keeps changing because someone was able to convince him because he doesn't have the pillars. Now, what I want you to do is to stay somewhat in the middle, oscillate in the middle. You need to have a balance of how much you want to accept suggestions, how much you want to change. If you learn to balance this, that's your ticket. What I want you to do here is you're going to listen to whatever people want to say, whatever suggestions people want to say, listen to it. Don't accept it yet. Listen to it, or judge it, study it, and implement whatever you think is going to be right for your success. So you're going to listen to everything, pick apart these suggestions, these ideas, and you're going to take the things that you want and you're going to throw out the things that you don't. That's how you keep a balance. And sometimes you accept a bit too many things, sometimes you don't accept a lot of things, but that should, you try to remain in the middle line, in the balance, then things will be much easier for you. Now, how do you understand which ones to throw away and which ones to take? The easiest thing, the first thing would be to look at the person who's giving you the suggestion. Is it someone who has achieved the goals that you want to achieve in the niche that you want to achieve? If it is, okay, good. Now try to understand the things, yeah? If he's not someone who has achieved your goals, who doesn't have anything to do with the niche, I don't think I would accept advice from that person. The second one would be, is that person what you consider as your market? Then it's valuable feedback because this person is your target audience. So you should probably listen to their complaints. You have to learn to balance that because if it's someone who has succeeded in your niche, if it's someone who has done what you want to do, you listen to it more. If it's from your audience, if it's from your customers, you don't listen to everything. I think it's Steve Jobs who said, your customers, they don't know what they want. If you listen to everything that they want, if you try to catch to every bit of their need, you won't be able to balance it. But The person who has done the things, they have already done it, so they know how to balance that thing. So you might want to accept their advice, but then again, that guy is not who you want to be. That is someone who has done the thing that you want to do, right? So you don't try to do everything that he did. You don't try to be him. Okay, remember that. That's two people whose advice could be valuable, whose feedback could be valuable. Is someone who succeeded in your niche, another is your audience or your customer. Now learn to discard the feedbacks, okay? One from the person who is completely unrelated to the niche. That guy has nothing to do with your niche. He hasn't done anything, hasn't tried anything in your niche, okay? They're just giving generalized opinion because people like giving opinions. That's what I'm doing here. Because people want to have their opinions heard, okay? You have to learn to discard those. But there could be something that is a bit valuable. Like his niche could be different, but there could be something you can learn from the way he approached things. If you can, if that person has the aura for that, and you see the way they talk, you know exactly what they want to do with you. If they actually want to help you, you can see that coming. Like you can see the in the way they approach things. If it's just about their opinions being heard, you can see that coming because the way they say things will make it clear to you. Another person who you should not listen to is your friends, not your actual friends. Yeah. The ones that you hang around with, who, if they knew that you were doing something, let's say you're trying to start a personal brand, they hear it, they start criticizing you, they start making fun of you, they start doing all that stuff. Don't listen to them. Most importantly, don't tell them what you're doing. Don't you dare let them know that you're doing something because then they want to make fun of you and they'll just drag you back. Yeah? Don't let them know because there is no point in letting them know because they won't give you any valuable feedback. All they'll give you is trouble, doubt, confusion of, wait, are they actually trying to tell me something? No, they're just having fun. That about sums it up what I wanted to talk to you in this video. Don't be delusional that you have what it takes. Just be open, yeah? Nothing's gonna come from arrogance. But don't be too susceptible to change. Whoever you look up to, don't try to be that person. Try to do the things that they do, but try to be that person. Learn their approach, learn their values, learn their techniques. Do that. Learn who to take advice from, learn who to take feedback from, learn whose feedback not to take, and learn how to implement those changes without completely changing who you are, what your values are, what you stand for, and who you care about. Okay, I'll talk about this in another video. Your goals should be decided by you, not the YouTuber that you watch, not some guy in some other place in the world who's doing something else. They shouldn't decide your goals. That's about it. Keep going, man. Learn how to change, learn more things, develop skills, and hopefully you get there.